Well, good morning all. Starting out here, I'm taking a little drive around my old stomping grounds here in San Diego. Parked in front of the In-N-Out Burger that I worked at when I was first started living in a van. I had folded my landscape business and just wanted to take a part-time job as I transitioned into figuring out if I could live in a van or not. So this is where it all started. I was the cleanup guy. I worked 4:30 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. till they opened. And then from here, I'd go over to the gym that was a few blocks away, take a shower, and then I'd head to the coast and just hang out at the bay for the rest of the day. And then find a place to sleep at night and then repeat. So that was really the routine I got started with here. And this job really helped me get some savings built up and get me ready for the road. So I'm going to move on from here, and I'm going to go to one of the other spots that was in the area. There's a big regional park, Mission Trails Regional Park, I spent a lot of time at. Filmed a lot of my videos there, my first videos. So I was learning how to live in a van, so bringing back some memories here. So anyway, this is Santee, California. It's part of San Diego County, but it's its own city. So we're going to head over to the regional park, and we'll check in when we get there. So this is part of Mission Trails Regional Park. I grew up coming out here on my BMX bike. It used to just be all open space. Now there's a big condominium complex off to my left there. They put it in an official campground, visitor center. It was just all open space. Serve yourself, very primitive trails. So we're going to go see if this parking area is still open. I haven't been here in years. But this is the entrance to the campground, but there's also a little parking area that I think is still available. Maybe not. Yeah, I think off to the right here. I like this parking area because it's kind of, you don't know it's here. It's not well marked. It's more just the campground parking. You do have a dump station off to the right there. Yeah, there's people parked in here. So yeah, I'd get off of work at the In-N-Out, go take a shower, and then usually cruise over here and hang out for a little bit before I made my way down to the bays and beaches. And then usually for sleeping at night, I'd just find some industrial area and pull off and park. Looks like they've got solar panels off to the left here for shade cover. Let's see, pull in down the end here. Someone there. Yep, let's pull back up here. Looks like they've added a few more tables. Yeah, very nice trail system around here. So I'd be able to get out and go for a hike. I'll probably do that today. Give you guys a look around. There's a little lake here. I don't know if it's dried up. A reservoir. Kind of surrounded by these hilly mountains. Nice area. Okay, so for a little update on how my transferring from the box van to the Astro minivan is going. The Astro van is parked right now, so I'm in the box van, obviously, and still going through stuff. Decided that this is going to be my bin for clothes. This is going to be all the clothes that I bring, just this top blue bin here. So this will be everything except for my coats. I have one down coat and a raincoat that will be kept outside of this bin probably. But yeah, this is what I've decided on. This just container right here. It's going to have all my socks and underwear and one pair of shorts, 2 pair of pants, sweats that I sleep in, and how many t-shirts did I decide on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 t-shirts. Then I actually have one other pair of pants, my dirty pair of pants I call them, that I use for like my jobs, the beet harvest and working on vehicles or doing dirty work type stuff. And then I have my towel. This is a pack towel. I don't know if I've shown this before. This came from REI. It's just this thin absorbent material here. It dries super fast. And so that's what I use when I shower. And so that's what I've decided for clothes. I'm not going to bring any more than that. It's got to be able to fit in here. And that is a very small amount compared to what I've been toting around. This is all excess clothes that still need to donate and that. So that's how that's coming along. And then I'm probably going to bring a second bin. This will fit under the cot that I have set up in the Astro van. And this right now just has some junk in it that I'm going to be getting rid of. But this will be just camp accessory stuff, like my little fold-up grill and stuff that I use outdoors. That will go under the cot as well. I have room for 2 of these in the front half of the cot, And in the back half, I have a stand-up paddleboard that it's in its own backpack that fits perfectly under the back half of the cot. And I still need to decide what I'm going to do for storing my food and what else. A cooking surface. So be better to talk about this when I'm actually in the AstroVan, but I have some ideas using these little milk crates that I can stack, two one side of the wheel well, two on the other side, and then have some sort of platform on top that I use to cook on. And then in those crates, I'll be able to store all my cooking stuff, food storage, and whatever else I can fit in there. So that's what I'm thinking. I picked up something else that I'm going to be using in the minivan that I have not used in the box van before, and I'll show you that real quick. Okay, so I picked this up, about a week ago, and I've been testing it out in the box van. This is a, let me get the cover off here. Oh, there's some Velcro. Okay, so this heater only has two settings, low and high, and then there's a start position where the knob is in the off position. If you push the whole knob in, that starts feeding it gas to be able to start it. And then you use the push button igniter here, and you can see it light, and then you need to keep holding this till the catalytic pad there starts to glow red. Then you can switch it to high for a few minutes and then back down to low to run it, or leave it on high if you need it on high. So just pushed in, and there's a little blue flame there you can see. Or you probably can't see it, but from here I can. And then you got to hold it for a good 10 seconds at least. When it's light out like this, it's harder to see, but when it's darker, you can start to see this pad here start to glow. So I'm going to go a little extra because I can't see too good in this lighting. Okay, I can actually see some glowing red there. So that means that the pad has started to ignite there, and then you can go ahead and push that in, go to high, and then it'll get the whole thing going here. You can already start to feel the heat being put out. So I've done research on these, and again, I know a few people that have been using these for quite a few years. They're relatively good on propane as far as how much it uses. I think it's been quoted at, on the low position, 1 pound of propane, which is one of the little green bottles. You can get about 8 hours on low. So that's pretty good. These tanks here are technically 5 pounds, but you can really only fit about 4 pounds in it, 4.5. So yeah, 4 times 8, that'd be 32 hours running straight on low, which is pretty good for that. I typically only run it for a couple hours in the evening before I go to sleep, and then when I wake up in the morning, I'll reach over and get it going. So by the time I get up, the place is warmed up a little bit. I don't know how well that's showing up, but you can see a little glowing red in there. And like I said, when it's totally dark, it glows up to almost the top there, and it actually kind of has a really cool look. It looks like a little fireplace. So I'll of course be checking in and reporting in my future videos how it's working out as far as fuel consumption and all that. So yeah, so far so good. Of course, like anything, if you're using any type of propane appliance inside a small space, you have to use a lot of caution, keep the place ventilated, which when it comes to heat is kind of counterintuitive. But again, this is a radiant heater. If you have it close to where you're at, leave the windows cracked and like your roof vent cracked, you should be good as far as carbon monoxide. Of course, you always want to have a carbon monoxide detector in your vehicle, and I'm actually going to be leaving this in the box van and getting a different one. This is kind of your average house CO detector, and they go for about $30 or so, $35 at the most. But I've been looking into more accurate CO detectors they have that have a lot higher accuracy. They pick up much lower levels of CO, and they respond to those low levels of CO a lot faster. So I'll be reporting in once I get that. They're quite a bit more expensive. Instead of like $35 to $45, $50, you're looking at more like $100. But when it comes to something like carbon monoxide, it can be a life or death matter. So I don't mind investing that extra money. So I'll be reporting in on that CO detector when I get it. But for now, I'm going to get this shut off, make sure it's cooled off before I wrap it up. This will make a lot more sense when I'm in the AstroVan, but I'm kind of in here tinkering around today, out and about, so just wanted to show you guys what I've been up to. But I think it's time to get out of the van for a little bit. I'm going to go for a little hike. I just need to get outside, get some fresh air, be in nature. So let's go check it out. This is the trail that goes around the little lake here. It's kind of hard to see because it's surrounded by all these reeds, but I believe there's an open spot around the other side. We had a really pretty day on our hands. It had been raining the last couple days, which was very, very welcome. Hopefully that rain helped with the fires in the area. There's a look at the lake there. I believe they call this Kumeyaay Lake, which is the name of the tribe, the native tribe in the area. And then it runs through here, continues on, and I believe this goes into or is part of the San Diego River, which runs all the way to the coast from East County. That little campground is right up through the trees there. And there's this trail that comes down here you can take from the campground. Looks like there's some coots out on the water. And over here they have kind of a big fire ring amphitheater area. I believe for the campers. They may do some talks or something here. We'll continue on. Got a lot of these plant ID signs here. This one's showing the cottonwoods, which there's quite a few of in the area, as well as some willows. That's the cottonwood there. Of course, they have no leaves right now. Oh, this is kind of funny. Wildlife habitat, keep out. It's an old boat. They're trying to grow stuff in. That didn't look like anything took. That's dead. That's dead. Some grass sprouting up, that's about it. Oh, it's a nice day though. Trail continues around the lake here. Yeah, Kumeyaay Lake, that's a lot of this California mugwort. It's that stuff there. Oh, there's a nice little oak tree here. There's actually parts of this park away from this lake where it's just all oak grove. Actually, if you go up this way at the base of these mountains, there's a big oak grove area. These oaks largely contributed to the natives being able to survive here with the acorns. There's actually some spots on some of the trails where there's still the grinding rocks where they would grind the acorns. Pretty neat. Okay, well, we walked as far as we can go on this path. There's one other neat thing here. If you go up a little ways, it's a little bit of a hike from where I'm parked, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk up there. It's the old dam. They call it the old Padre Dam. It was, well, I'll wait until we get there to show you, but it's pretty neat. A little bit of history in the area. Let's go check it out. Look at his yellow feet, if you can see him. Got yellow at his beak there, and his feet are bright yellow if he pulls them out of the water. See that? Got something. Yeah, you can see him. He's using his feet to rustle up the mud there. Goes in and picks stuff out. Ooh. Get it. He must not see me. I'm pretty close. So over the years, this place has been a blessing to me. Having this open space to go to when you're in the city has literally saved my life over the years. There's just times where I just needed to get out and be in nature, and having this pretty close by to where I grew up and lived. Yeah, it's just being back here reminds me of that. And actually, I haven't been getting out. Spent the last couple weeks pretty much in the city at my folks' house taking care of business, and this is much needed today. I'm already feeling the benefits, just being out in the fresh air and nature. Love it. And this is just one little area. There are trails all through here. You can go for miles and miles, lots of different terrain. There's even an area in the canyon here for rock climbing. A lot of rock climbers go there. There's big boulders. It's really neat. There's a sign here for the California sycamore. It's the sky we're right next to. Nice big example there. Get a lot more shade here after spring when these all leaf out. So I think what we saw there with the yellow was the egret. And then we saw some coots. There's got to be coots here somewhere. Yep, the coot. American coot. Love that name. Yeah, here they got a bit of the history on this lake, which is really, I guess, more of a reservoir. But it goes back to the early 60s. They were doing sand and gravel mining. Then by 75, they abandoned the gravel pits and it filled with water. It says it was a recreational camping area surrounding them. And then by 2003, they had the campground that's here now. It's not showing up well, but that's the lake there. Yeah, when we first moved here in 1987, this was all open space. Now there's a little neighborhood of condominiums up there and traffic. This was all open fields. We could ride our bikes around, explore and be kids. But fortunately, there's a lot of nature available left here. This is where we're headed next. There it is, the old Mission Dam going back to 1816. That's a pretty day. Yeah, I've been coming down here since I was about 11, 12 years old. Has been some rebuilding done to this on the sides here, but all this center stuff is original. And beyond the dam, this leads to what they call Oak Canyon. There actually is a paved road that goes up through the canyon. You can only drive down, and the other lane is reserved for foot traffic going up. All right, well, we made it back to the van. I was out for a good couple hours. To lose a layer here, it's warming right up. Beautiful day to be out. Feeling so much better than when I first got here. Gonna do this more often. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Appreciate y'all checking in. Just want to let y'all know what I've been up to here. And next video should be coming at you from the AstroVan, showing you the progress I'm making inside the back of the van there and other details. Basically waiting on the tags for the AstroVan, my plates and tags, so I'm legal to drive it around. Anyway, we'll be checking in with you soon. Hope you're all doing well. Take care. Peace.